Stocks, an intelligent investment. Stocks are likely to be the best investment you will ever make outside of your house. You don't have to feed a stock the way you do if you invest in horses. It doesn't break down the way a car does, nor does it leak the way a house can. You don't have to keep it mowed the way you do with real estate. You can lose a baseball card collection to fire, theft, or flood, but you can't lose a stock. The certificate that proves you own a stock might be stolen or burned up, but if that happens, the company will send you another one. When you invest in a stock, you are buying a piece of a company. If the company prospers, you share in the prosperity. If it pays a dividend, you will receive it. And if it raises the dividend, you will reap the benefit. Hundreds of successful companies have a habit of raising their dividends year after year. This is a bonus for owning stocks that makes them all the more valuable. Most of the investors have discovered the fun and profit in owning stocks. These aren't all who drive Rolls Royces like the people you see on live sales of the rich and famous. Most of these shareholders are regular folks with regular jobs. Teachers, bus drivers, doctors, carpenters, students, your friends, relatives, and neighbors. You don't have to be a millionaire to get started investing in stocks. Even if you have no money to invest because you are out of a job, or you are too young to have a job, or there is nothing left over after you pay the bills, you can make a game out of picking stocks. This can be excellent training at no risk. When people consistently lose money in stocks, it's not the fault of stocks. Stocks in general go up in value over time. In 99 cases out of 100, where investors are chronic losers, it is because they don't have a plan. They buy at high price, then they get impatient or they panic, and they sell at a lower price during one of those inevitable periods when stocks are taking a dive. Friends or relatives may warn you to stay away from the stocks. They may have told you that if you buy a stock, you are throwing your money away because the stock market is no more reliable than a casino. They may even have the losses to prove it. If stocks are such a gamble, why have they paid off so handsomely over so many decades? The earlier you start investing, the better. In fact, a small amount of money invested early is worth more in the long run than a large amount invested later. You don't have to be a math whiz to be a successful investor in stocks. You don't have to be an accountant or an economist, although learning the basics of accounting may help. The stock market is one place where being young gives you a big advantage over the old folks. Your parents or your grandparents may know more about stocks than you do. Most likely, they have learned the hard way by making mistakes. Surely they have got more money to invest than you do, but you have got the most valuable asset of all. That's time. If you can read and do fifth-grade arithmetic, you have the basic skills. The next thing, you need a plan. Yes, a plan. You should be a long-term investor who is determined to stick with stocks no matter what. People who need to pull their money out in 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years shouldn't invest in stocks in the first place. Have you heard the old expression, time is money? It ought to be revised to time makes money. It's a winning combination. Let time and money do the work while you sit back and await the results. You can be a genius at analyzing which companies to buy, but you should have patience and courage to hold on to the shares. It's not always brain power that separates good investors from bad. Often, it's discipline. So to get the most of the stocks, especially if you are young and time is on your side, your best bet is to invest money you can afford to set aside forever. Then leave that money in stocks through thick and thin. You will suffer through bad times, but if you don't sell any shares, you will never get a real loss. By being fully invested, you will get the full benefit of those magical and unpredictable stretches when stocks make most of their gains. Happy investing!